happy draft week. It's hard to believe, but the Ravens are going to be on the clock in a few days, and we're all trying to guess right now what Eric DeCosta is going to do with that 30th overall draft pick. Now, of course, there's always a possibility that the Ravens don't actually pick at 30. They can move up, or they can move back. And based on how the Ravens have approached past drafts, there's probably a greater likelihood that if they do make a trade on draft night, it would be to move back a few spots, acquire additional draft capital, and then still get a really good player with that top pick. So with that in mind, we recently had Ravens Director of Player Personnel, George Kokinis, on the Lounge podcast, and we asked him about the potential of the Ravens making a draft day trade and what plays into that decision.
The trade is really Eric and Ozzie and Steve, Nick and Pat. I think when you look at trades, generally in the first round, if there's a clump of players that you like and you would take those players and you can move back that certain number of spots. So if you have 5 players you like and you can move back that number and still get a player that you like, then you probably look at it. Mm-hmm. So I think in general, that's kind of what you do. Certainly picks, the more swings you get. Scouts love that. More players in their area, they can brag about, but more chance for them to impact the team.
Now, something else to keep in mind when it comes to making a trade this year in terms of moving back is that the Ravens are already picking at number 30. So if they move back at all, they're probably sliding into the second round. And if you move from the first round to the second round, well, you give up the potential of using a fifth-year option on that rookie. All first-round picks have that fifth-round option built into their contracts. But if you move back to the second round, that no longer exists. So what's that mean? Well, basically, if the Ravens are going to move out of the first round and give up that fifth-year option potential, well, you can expect them to try to get a premium in return for that draft pick. Now, it was a really good conversation with George Kokinis on the Lounge podcast. He shared some great stories about what happens in that draft room over the years, so make sure you check that out. That video is posted for you on YouTube as well as our app and website, and you can also listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. It's going to be a great week in front of us. We can't wait for the draft coming up on Thursday night, and stay tuned because we've got a lot of fun content coming your way.